Hi, my name is Suzan Bradford, and I'm the Executive Director of the Lincoln Theater. When I first came to the Lincoln Theater, I remember as a child going up and down Long Street and wondering all of the wonderful things that happened here, and reminisced on my experiences here as a young girl coming to take dance classes. As the renovation was happening, I remember driving by saying, who's going to run that theater? And lo and behold, as God would have it, here we stand.
Hey folks, here's the story of Minnie the Moocher. She was a red-hot hoochie coocher. She was the roughest, toughest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Heidi, 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 hi.
I remember the success of the Lincoln Theater as a young girl, growing up here on the East Side. And the community was just rich in all in the arts and in community engagement and in neighbors. The success that is happening now is something that I wanted to recreate for this community. So as I look at the artists who are here, I look at the programs that come through the Lincoln, I look at the diversity that we have here, the inclusion, and then just being able to say that the Lincoln Theater lives and breathes right here in the community is a success in its own self. Here in Columbus at the Lincoln Theater, one of my goals is to say to the artists, we can groom you right here in Columbus. We can support you. We can pay you. And here's how you do that. And then present opportunity for them to practice that.
There must be something that the angels done planned. Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine.
The incubation program is a 12-month incubation program where those artists are delved into the business of their artistry, stripping away what their limits, stripping away their inhibitions, stripping away their anxiety, and really finding the raw creativity of each one of those artists, and then begin to polish those diamonds that we have here.
There's no other way to say this.
Say it.
It's that hard place. It's that I worked all week and I still have no money. I pushed myself through the weekend to try to work the second gig to try to make up for the money that I didn't make during the week. It's that I can't believe Charles didn't come home last night. He know better. Or I can't believe I have to talk to you again, Mr. Brown, about my students' behavior because we've already discussed this at home. But it's that Monday. It could be your Tuesday.
One of the things that I find in the incubation program and peeling back those layers of anxiety and inhibition and wondering if I can be the artist that I dreamed to be, people find themselves. And I say to them in our programming, your art is yourself. And so when you find your true self, then you're going to be able to present your true art.
Girl, boy, you are the bomb.com. Did you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
So don't you dare shut your mouth because you scared a teacher ain't gonna like you. You bite the bullet, express yourself because, baby, believe it or not, they ain't always gonna like you. Don't you dare sit in class and take up less space. You be as loud, as confident, as funky, fresh, as lit, as black, as proud, as radical, as extra as it takes. Let it come natural, girl, boy, you are a gem. CC. So don't you dare let nobody belittle you with your name. They mispronounce it, you address it, teach them a lesson from it. Girl, boy, you are human. How you sitting in the back? No, 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 not you. You over there in the way back. Don't you dare let nobody tell you you don't have what it takes to make it. Dream big, live big, and risk bigger. And who cares if they think that you're stupid for doing it? 9 times out of 10, they're scared, jealous, and uneasy because you actually have what it takes to follow through with it. A blind man can see it, a deaf man can hear it. Honey, you got something that reaches folks to the depths of their soul, and it makes them confront who they really are. And only you can do that, my beautiful black child. Only you can do that every single time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our Walk of Fame is about preservation. Those jazz greats and those local artists, authors, musicians who have made indelible prints here at the Lincoln Theater, and also have done some community work and have made a print for themselves nationally. And we think it's very important that we keep that nostalgic presence around us.
Turn the other cheek, he plead, love thy neighbor was his creed, and pain, humiliation, death, he did not dread. With his Bible at his side, from his foes he did not hide. And it's a shame to think that this great man has died.
In producing programs like this, those signature programs that I mentioned earlier, I think it's very important that as artists, sometimes we measure ourselves to those who have, are contracted and who are worldly known and nationally known. And we measure ourselves to that, but we also have to remember as artists, they too stood where we stand now. And I want to say to the artists that your measurement is your own. And your success doesn't depend on if you're in the likeness of a national artist.
What'd you say to him? I guess I had to go there. Guess I had to come here, yeah. I'm from the earth, but I've been taken to another place. Another place. But there are powers. You can see them, yeah. And they have lasers and guns, yeah. And they're firing on my brain. So I say, say something, I say, ready, fire. You can't shoot me down.
So I think also too that our artists are encouraged in our form that you can become the artist you want to be at home, here in Columbus, at Lincoln Theater, on Long Street, on Mount Vernon, downtown Columbus. That we're trying to demystify and take away that myth that you have to be a starving artist.
I just wanna live. My future's waiting at this door. I don't wanna dream no more, but really who could ask for more? I just wanna live. Don't give me up. 'Cause what about angels? Angels, they will come, they will go, make us special.
My advice to the arts community would be to create opportunity and pay the artist. My vision is to see the artist having a network here in Columbus, that for whatever it is that they need to create themselves on stage, that they use the network that they have created through our programs here. I also see that the programs have their own individual sponsorships for each one of the programs. And not to toot my horn, but I know these are good programs. And I know that they produce well-rounded, very creative artists here. And taking this theater to a national level.
If we opened up the wrist of God, would it bleed maroon? Would his marrow be a flock of cardinals taking flight into tomorrow? Do we bleed the breath of God's limbs? Did we exhale and the world beneath our feet become Red Sea? Did we part the earth within us and learn to fight? Is my fight the tongue I learned to swallow, sword's lungs are my sword's lungs, the rhythm in God's veins. I hear the djembe and remember my birthland, my tongue, a rhythm I wish I remembered.
I was waiting for you.
I was like, what? So that is part of why we're here. If you could answer the question again. I am Suzan Bradford, and I invite you to come join us for Backstage at the Lincoln for our 10th anniversary, November 21st. I was thinking of something else.